used to me, textbook domestic abuse. What happened to believe all women?
Yeah.
I haven't followed these allegations closely, but what I have said is that violence against women in any way, shape, or form is unacceptable. It's a red line, and nobody
See how he changes
should
his
cross
mind.
that. And any accuser who comes forward has to be treated with dignity and respect. I haven't talked to Ro Khanna about this particular race, and in fact, I haven't gotten involved in this particular race because we're focused on taking back control of the House of Representatives.
Because they
so
don't
we can lower
care.
the high cost of living, fix our broken healthcare system, and clean up the corruption that is out of control in Washington, D.C. right now.
Okay. Well, Plattner's baggage is about more than just
Listen to
women,
this.
though. I want to ask you also about the direction of your party, because before this story came out, he was trying to downplay his Nazi tattoo, and he posted, Susan Collins' latest financial report just came out. A staggering 1/3 of her money raised this quarter came directly from AIPAC. Senator Collins is bought and paid for by Benjamin Netanyahu, and she votes accordingly. AIPAC is an American organization, as you know, and Collins voted for the War Powers Resolution, so saying she's bought and paid for by Netanyahu is a bit of a reach, but, blaming the Jews seems like a risky defense for a guy with a Nazi tattoo who's trying to convince people that it was just an innocent mistake and it doesn't mean anything. Are you concerned that your party has an anti-Semitism problem?
No.
He's going to have to speak for himself, and that's what any candidate, particularly in a high-profile race, is going to be called upon to
Sidetrack.
do. Listen, the effort to crush anti-Semitism in America shouldn't be a partisan issue. It can't be a red or blue issue. It's a red, white, and blue issue. It's an American issue, and we should all be committed to crushing anti-Semitism and all other forms of hatred.
Then why do
into
they
the
hate
ground,
the
bury it,
Republicans so
and
much?
make sure it can never rise again.
Okay. On that point, you just congratulated Adam Holloway for becoming the Democratic nominee in New Jersey. Despite his past, volunteering as a defense witness for Omar Abdel Rahman, the blind sheikh who was convicted in connection with the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. And according to trial transcripts obtained by Fox, Holloway admitted under cross-examination that he did hear Rahman talk about jihad. He said, it was a struggle in the sake of God. Yes, it was a jihad. When the prosecutor asked if he heard Rahman talk about how America is the enemy of Islam, Holloway answered yes. And when asked, did you hear about how Muslims had to do jihad against the enemies of Islam before the arrest in June 1993, Holloway said, of course, that's what he always talked about. He talked about jihad, Holloway wants to represent the 12th district in New Jersey. That's where Todd Beamer is buried. He's the passenger who fought off the hijackers on United Flight 93. That doesn't concern you?
I haven't spoken to him. He's going to have to speak for himself and address these allegations, and I certainly haven't read the transcript that you just presented to me. But what I can say is that
Fox News did a good job putting him on spot.
and Republicans, particularly in an environment right now where this is day 100 of Donald Trump's reckless and costly war of choice, have to be focused on ensuring, one, that we always, at all times, protect the national security interests of the American people. That's not what's happening right now as it relates to what's going on in Iran. In fact, Iran
He's so
is
full of
stronger
shit.
now than they were before this reckless and costly war of choice was started, and life is more expensive, particularly as it relates to gas prices. And so, as it relates to national security interests, I think front and center right now is ensuring that the Senate moves on the Democratic resolution that just passed the House of Representatives to actually end this reckless and costly war of choice and put the American people first, which is what the president promised that he was going to do. Not start wars in the Middle East, but stop them. Unfortunately, the Trump administration has turned around and done the exact opposite.
Okay. I want to ask you, though, also about these candidates stepping on the message that you're talking about right now, because AOC was asked about